Let's analyze together Humana!
Let's see what's going on. Minus 11% more or less right now. Let's talk about it. Remember to read the disclaimer right here and also in the description below. We are going to talk about these last two drops to the downside, these gaps, with the regular trading hours, and then with the extended trading hours, we can see with more details in the 1 minute chart this crazy price action. Let's go.
So remember to subscribe first of all, let's take a look at, at the extended hours right now, because look at that, what a difference and incredible downturns right here. We have two minus 14%, two times in a row. It's not something that is very common to see, but obviously something happened related to news.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Let us know in the comments also you have more information about this stock, because right now a lot of interest around it, also a lot of news. Let's talk about this because it's something related with the earnings. We don't have all the results yet. If you have them, let us know also in the comments or the sources for that. But apparently we have a surprise factor in a negative territory for the earnings and the net income. Alvaro, what do you know about it?
Yeah, obviously, if we have a surprise factor in EPS and negative EPS, the stock is in losses, in net income, negative losses. So right now, obviously, the stock has priced in all these. It's very clear, when something happens like this, the stock goes down dramatically. But the key question here is like, okay, did we reach the bottom?
Yeah, exactly. That's a very good question, because after these drops, sometimes we tend to see like those recoveries and they enter at better prices for investors. So, are you one of those that were trying to enter at lower prices, or are you one of those that think that the stock will go even lower? For instance, we could see the forecast of TradingView platform. We have more analysts right here that are analyzing this stock, and we can use this analytical information to talk about it, just as something not to follow them, but to have that extra information and enter that debate.
Okay, so more insane. Wow, it's not possible to see this because look at that. We have an average of plus 46% of an estimate price move right now from current levels. This has been like updated in the last 3 months, so obviously maybe this is not from today. But the thing is like we have 22 analysts that they predict that the stock should go up at least to $500.
Yeah, that's a very good thing that you mentioned, that they aren't updated this forecast for today, because obviously if they didn't expect this kind of earnings, maybe they update with a different forecast,
That's
obviously.
right.
But maybe that's not the case. We don't know it exactly. So what do you think about it is the important thing. Do you agree with this forecast, or do you have a more negative like forecast in your mind for this particular stock? Let us know in the comments. We are always happy to read you guys.
Yeah, look at that. You have the negative net income of the last quarter, and look at the estimate. Completely different. So they have to reanalyze this, obviously, because something maybe changes right now.
Yeah, I think it's a very good moment to analyze this stock and see what's going on. And as a trader, sometimes you have to take action, but taking action sometimes means waiting and having patience. And I read this in a trading book, and the author said something very very common, but when you read it the first time, it's like it clicks in your head. It's, my best trading decisions were sometimes not doing anything. And from experience, you learn that sometimes waiting is the best option. But personally, right here, what do you think? Let us know in the comments, and from there, we can in the next videos talk about it.
When you enter into a stock, it's like you see like a price drop like this, and you may think, okay, that's a great opportunity. You can clearly see from the weekly chart that this is like the best price ever. And look at the RSI, for instance. Obviously, oversold territory in the RSI, oversold territory in the MACD. But you have to analyze the current situation of the stock, because maybe it's happening something that it didn't happen before, at least in the last decades. So everything can happen in the markets. You have to be prepared for it. You have to analyze the situation yourself. You can read the news, you can read a lot of information out there, and then you can create your own trading decision based on all that.
Exactly, having your own trading plan, trading psychology, very important also, and in this case with these volatility events, even more, in my opinion. So let's go, for instance, to a 1 minute chart, as we mentioned at the start of this video. Let's see the first drop to the downside. We're right here at the 18th of January, more or less, with the vertical line. So very interesting to see that very fast drop to the downside. This, we are talking about this first candle of 1 minute. Let's see the exact percentage. It's minus 2%, and then we have even gaps, to the downside in the extended trading hours. So this indicates that, like, the selling volume was huge right there.
Yeah, exactly. This happens obviously when they're expecting something negative, like a negative income. You know, it's like something is gonna happen. So they, as soon as they get this information, they sell at the market. You know, because sometimes it's better to sell at the market, even if it's in extended hours, because you avoid further losses. And this is what happened actually. Because look at that, their stock was trading at 440, and right now we are trading at 350. So in the end, it was a good decision after all. But the key question here,
Yeah.
yeah, Enrique.
No, yeah, I wanted to say, like, if why do you think they sold there? Because obviously they don't sell that fast, and you don't tend to see this type of movements if there is no reason for it. Because obviously no one wants to lose money, and the people where they trade in extended trading hours normally they are not retail traders. You can use some brokers that offer that option, but normally and this type of movements we are not talking about a couple of millions. We are talking about price action to the downside in just
Yeah,
see,
let's
20
take a look.
minutes of minus 13%.
Let's take a look at the market cap, you know, because I think this is
Yeah,
incredible what happened right here. The
yeah,
market
because
cap,
I just said the number,
yeah,
randomly. So let's see the exact
the market cap
numbers.
was 57 billion at that time. And then before the second drop, it was 49 billion. And right now it's like 43. So we're talking about a lot of billions out there.
Yeah, exactly. That was a very good idea to use this indicator and see what happened. During those minutes, the market cap went down very in a huge way. So let's see the second drop also with more detail in the 1 minute chart, and we can see. At this time, it seems like the volume was higher. You don't tend to see these gaps, but you can clearly see that the red candles were going down very fast, and they didn't have even a small rejection. At least the first four.
Yeah, the surprising thing about this is like the first drop, they expected like, okay, this is not going well, something is gonna happen. But they expected, like, okay, this is the estimate is gonna be something, and then the reality is even worse. And when the reality price is priced in, as you can clearly see, look at that. Like, we're talking about a minus in total as minus, yeah, for 20, almost minus 30%. So that's a lot, and everything is priced in right now. So the key question, as we said before, is like, what's gonna happen next? Because obviously, it's like a negative net income is the worst possible scenario, but is it going to continue, or maybe it's just the end of it?
Exactly. Let us know that in the comments. So in the next video, we can talk about those forecasts that you have and also the reasons behind them. We want to know if you believe that the stock will go higher or if it will go lower, and also the reasons for that. We are happy to learn from you always. Remember to read the disclaimer again in the description. Go for it, guys. You can do it. Welcome to Trading HD. Have a nice weekend. Take care. We love you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.